Landela umama sisi niyaliandisha.
In a massive security crackdown that has sent shockwaves across the region, over 1,000 people were intercepted in a single operation. This wasn't just a routine patrol. It turned violent, leaving a soldier wounded and sparking a massive debate over national security. Now today, we are breaking down exactly what happened at the Limpopo border and why authorities are calling these numbers unprecedented. If today's your first time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Now let's get into the video.
If you've enjoyed this video so far, please do me a huge favor and hit the like button and subscribe. These videos take quite a long time to make, so if you could help me out, I'll love you forever. Thank you all for your support. Now let's get back to this crazy story.
Now, this is the penultimate number and it's number 2. At number 2, I present to you Kweku Afrique. Wow! This guy has a thunderous voice. Like, when he speaks, you wanna listen. I've been able to watch a couple of his videos and I sincerely will tell you that he makes great impression in whatever content he's going to present. Thank you so much, Mr. Kweku. Keep up the good work.
The South African National Defence Force has confirmed a staggering figure of 1,174 undocumented migrants who were intercepted and arrested while attempting to cross illegally into South Africa. Now, most of these arrests took place along the Limpopo border, which is the natural border separating South Africa from Zimbabwe. So, according to speculations, these people were Zimbabweans who had illegally run back into South Africa. Now, I brought you a video of how about 500, Zimbabweans were prevented from going back into Zimbabwe because some of these people were asylum seekers and they didn't have, verdict of their statuses, whether they've been rejected or they are still in the process or they've been granted asylum. But these people wanted to go back to Zimbabwe and go and then celebrate Christmas with their family. So about 500 were rejected, but some of them were lucky. They went into Zimbabwe. We are getting to the 1st of January. So these people are returning back to celebrate New Year in South Africa. That's what somebody said. It's not me. Somebody said it's me. Whether it's true, I can't confirm that. But that is what people are saying.
Landela umama sisi niyaliandisha.
Now, authorities of South Africa are sounding the alarm because of the sheer scale. While movement in this area is common, officials stated that this is unusually number for this period, Christmas. Now, most of the people intercepted were identified as being Zimbabweans, highlighting an ongoing economic and social pressures driving people across the border in search of work or safety. But the operation took a dark turn when reports indicate during the arrest that the situation became aggressive. Now, in the chaos, the people did not want to be arrested. Others also resisted the police, the military, the soldiers, and started fighting back. Now in the chaos, a South African soldier was stabbed. Thankfully, the South African National Defence Force confirms that the soldier was able to receive an immediate treatment, and that was what saved his life. But the incident highlighted the extreme danger and volatility soldiers face during this border contact operation.
More than 1,000 undocumented foreign nationals trying to illegally cross the Beitbridge borderline into Zimbabwe via Botswana. So according to information, the interception of Zimbabwe nationals was made along the Beitbridge border post just outside Lebalale in Limpopo. During the interception, a Defence Force member was wounded by an aggressive undocumented foreign national, but the aggressor was subdued and the defence member received treatment at the scene.
And so, it is getting out of hand. Things are getting out of their hands. Now, they are forced to act.
This is where it's getting
Because how can more than 1,000 people in an event or in a day try to go to your neighboring country, which is also an African country? South Africa is an African country just like Zimbabwe. So why would thousands of people, 5, 3 is normal, 2 is normal, or you need to divide yourself strategically, 3, 5, 10, 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 5. But how can 1,000, more than 1,000 people from Zimbabwe try to cross the Limpopo Bridge from your country, which is an African country, to another African country? Why wouldn't they complain? Why wouldn't they?
Now, more than 6,000 people were arrested for trying to enter or exit our country illegally during the Easter weekend. Border Management Authority Commissioner Michael Masiapato says the majority of those who were arrested were from 3 countries: Zimbabwe, Lesotho, and Mozambique.
We have been able to intercept and apprehend a total of 6,253 persons who were attempting to enter and or exit South Africa illegally. This is an increase of 61% compared to the 2024 Easter operation interceptions, which were sitting at around 3,841. Of these 6,253, about 4,795 of them were undocumented. And of course, about 1,059 were undesirables, and 403 were found to be inadmissible for various reasons. And some of those reasons were people with fraudulent visas, or they just failed to produce the yellow fever certificates while they were coming from yellow fever infested countries. Even in this 2025 Easter period, a consistent pattern of top 3 nationalities which continue to undermine our immigration laws remains the Zimbabweans at 2,019, followed by Basutus at 1,921, and then followed by Mozambicans at 1,143. And the remainder of 1,170 were shared amongst the Swatis and other nationalities.
More than 1,000 undocumented foreign nationals trying to illegally cross the Bridge border line into Zimbabwe via Botswana. So according to information, the interception of Zimbabwe nationals was made along the Bridge border post just outside Lebalale in Limpopo. During the interception, a Defence Force member was wounded by an aggressive undocumented foreign national, but the aggressor was subdued and the defence member received treatment at the scene.
They complain. You do all this and you expect South Africans to keep quiet and laugh. So we are happy. We are happy because Zimbabweans are coming here in numbers. What the fuck? And man you, this is not America. This is not Europe. This is an African country. In an African country in Africa. I mean, like, I'm out of words. I'm out of words because this is serious. This massive surge in numbers raised questions about South Africa's border control, about South Africa's border security, and the humanitarian crisis unfolding in neighboring nations and the 8 regions. So then it raises the question that, is the current Operation Corona enough to manage the flow, or we are looking at a situation that is spiraling out of control? Because it is serious. The numbers are so huge. But I want to hear from you. Do you think the South African National Defence Force need more resources at the Limpopo border, or there is a bigger diplomatic solution needed? Now, drop your comment in the comment section.